on everybody? I got a question on one of my videos asking for tips on Crested Gecko care, and I'm gonna give you guys a few tips with my girl, Harley. So first tip I have is these guys like to jump a lot. It really depends on the one that you have though. I know some of them are way more chill. I have one that's really chill, Fang. He's like a really chill one. Harley, when she's kind of like up and active, she likes to jump a lot. The ones, they're a little smaller, they love to jump, and then the babies like to jump as well. So just be prepared. A tip is just be prepared for each jump. Kind of have a hand in front. Second tip I have is these guys love clutter or trees, just greenery. I kind of keep my setups pretty simple compared to a lot of other people. But I do try to provide as much clutter as possible in their tanks. Because they love to have, like, you know, those hiding spots. The third tip I have for these guys is make sure when they're babies that they're not in like such a big enclosure. First of all, they can get lost in there, they can't find their food. I have a baby right now. I was thinking about putting him in a bigger enclosure. It was way too big and I knew he probably couldn't find his food. So I set him up in a small little tub for now until he gets and grows out a little bigger to be a juvenile. And then I'll set him up in a bigger enclosure. But when these guys reach adulthood, I would say try to get like an 18 by 18 by 24. I've seen people get away with the 12 by 12 by 24. It's just something tall. Arboreal setups work best for these guys. Another tip to get these guys to like you, I like to feed them on a spoon some of the Pangea mix. So that's one of the bigger tips that I like to give other people is if you want to get your gecko to like you, just feed them some Pangea on a little spoon. My wife, she doesn't like bugs, or if your girl doesn't like bugs, get one of these guys because they don't need bugs. Guys can do fine on just regular Pangea. And sometimes they don't even take bugs, so. But my main tip for you with Crested Geckos is to get one, man. I think they're cool. I think they're the coolest looking New Caledonian gecko. Personally, that's just my personal opinion because they have so many different morphs and colors and patterns. These and gargoyles I feel like I like a lot. Just look at her face. Just look at her face. Look at this girl's face. She is just chilling. She doesn't mind being held. So I would say if you want a cute little lizard, these are probably the best bet of what you want. Yeah, they're very, very chill. Compared to Leachiana's gecko, that's a little more defensive and kind of mean. These guys are angels compared to Leachies. In my opinion. I don't own a Leachie, but from what I see, yeah, these guys are angels compared to Leachiana's geckos. I don't think I got any other tips. Like I said, very similar to a Leachiana's in terms of like care with regular misting, feeding the Pangea fruit diet, and how they jump, but they're just in a much smaller package. They're really cool geckos. I'll recommend it, and I hope you get one. If you get one, tag me in it. I want to see. Let me know.